It's the first day of work there, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Yeah, and the last day of weekend here. Okay, there. So it's so great to see you, Mildred.
Good to see you, teacher. It's great to see you today.
Okay, there you go. Um, Starting tomorrow, I will have um students coming from Middle East. Also, they're in Qatar,
Oh,
but
oh,
they are half Filipino, half Arabian, right? Because other
oh,
there are Arabian, right? Am I right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's with
So how
an
did you reach this? How
mm,
did you reach this family?
actually it's with an ESL company based in Bosnia in Europe. So they are the one who
Uh,
has, students there. Okay, and they and I will be joining them starting tomorrow. Okay, yeah, the
mm.
kids. Okay, they are from there also in Qatar. Okay, there you
Good to
go.
hear, teacher.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Mildred. All right. So let me share my screen. Okay. We will continue learning the words. Okay. The questions little by little. Okay. Here. Can you
Okay.
see it?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So we will still continue with the topic about your hometown. Okay, there you
Mm.
go. It's your hometown. Okay, with the question, what is most interesting there? Okay, what is the most interesting in Bohol? Okay, there. So
Okay.
if the question is like this, okay, so I want you to look at how they answer. Okay, please read.
Okay. My hometown is well known or famous for its pottery making or this places of interest, delicious food, heavy industry, agricultural products, and animal husbandry, wild animal breeding throughout Vietnam, all over the world. It is rich in mineral deposits. It has a long history of tea plantation dating back to the 19th century. The booming tourist industry is the best form of my hometown. Thousands of tourists from home and abroad come to visit it. You see, tourism has become one of the main resources of local economic revenue and contributes a lot to the city development.
Okay, there you go. So if the question is asking for what's interesting about your city or your hometown. So you can think of a food, okay, any delicious food in Bohol. Okay, maybe agricultural products. For example, in my city, there are mangoes, banana. Okay. Sometimes it could be any industry that you think it's very famous. Okay, or it's something that you can be proud of, or animals, farms. Okay, so you can definitely consider that. Okay, or any minerals, okay, that can be found in your hometown. Okay, there. Now for Bohol, okay, for Ubay Bohol. Okay, so how are you going to answer this question?
Okay. My hometown is very well known of natural like beaches, natural beauty of natural. Okay, Ubay is blessed with natural attractions, including beautiful beaches, such as. Can I mention also, teacher? Right, the name of the beach,
Yes.
such as Andam Beach Resort and Bashar Beach Resort. Okay, Sinulog or like festival is most visited from that place. and also the warm hospitality of the people in the warm hospitality and friendliness of the people around the town, as well as that what
Mhm.
is that, the culture, opportunity experience the culture of each tradition of the town of our town of Ubay.
Okay. What is the name of the beaches again? What is that? Um,
Anda and Basyaw.
Anda, Anda and Basha.
And Basyaw. Basyaw.
Mm, okay, wow. Okay, let me check the. Okay. It's in Bohol. Let me check. Actually, there are many, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. My mom said that Bohol is known to be, one of the most peaceful place in the Philippines, right? Um, because my grandfather, they have um, relatives there, and the
Oh,
relative says that before they really want to go to Bohol because it's so safe there. Unlike here in Zamboanga, it's not that
yeah.
safe. Okay. All right. Let me see the. I hope I can find it. Okay. So that okay. Beach you mentioned, it's in Ubay Bohol, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, there you go. All right. So it's Anda, right? Is it
Mm.
Anda? Anda
And
and
mm.
Basha?
Basyaw. Basyaw.
Bashao. Bashao. Anda and Bashao. Okay. I found Anda. Okay, there. So let's try to look into that two beautiful beaches. Okay.
Okay.
Anda and okay. Okay. Basha. Beach ball there. Mm, so beautiful. Anda and Basha Beach. Okay, so okay, my hometown is blessed. That is a very nice start. Okay, for this
Mm.
one, you say my hometown is blessed. Okay, the word blessed is really good. Okay, my hometown is blessed for its beautiful beaches. We have okay Anda and
And Basyaw Beach.
okay Basha. The Basha is like Basha.
Basiao.
Oh, Bashao.
Yes. Basyaw.
Bashao Beach. Okay. We have Anda and Bashao Beach. What can you say about these beaches? Can you give me a little description? White
Okay.
sand?
Okay. It's opportunity teacher for swimming, snorkeling, and relaxation.
Mm, okay. Where people can go swimming. Okay. Snorkeling.
There's snorkeling and relaxation.
Okay, snorkeling. And a perfect place for relaxation.
Relaxation.
And then you've mentioned about the Sinulog Festival.
Mhm. Actually, sister, sinolog is mostly common in Cebu, but
Mm,
in Ubay also we duplicate what Cebu is doing. So
mm,
because our patron in Ubay is Santo Niño, the same with Cebu.
mm. Okay, I got it. Okay, there. Okay. We patronize. The word is patronize. Okay.
And most
People.
of the time in for the month of January, most tourists or overseas overseas, people who are, relatives who are living there in that place, they allocate that that month would be they will come home to participate or to be in that to attend this Sinulog festival,
Mm,
to
oh,
witness this event.
wow. Okay. We also have, okay, the famous, okay, Sinulog. When was that? Every January?
Yeah, the first month of the year.
Okay, Sinulog Festival in the first month, okay, of the year. Okay, there. So as simple as this one. Okay, please read.
My hometown is blessed for its beautiful beaches. We have Anda and Basiao Beach, where people can go swimming, snorkeling, and a perfect place for relaxation. People patronize the Santo Niño. That is why we also have the famous Sinulog Festival in the first month of the year.
Okay, there you go. All right. So for this one, you focused on two important aspect in your hometown. Okay, that makes it very interesting, and that is the beach and the festival. Okay, the Sinulog Festival. Okay, so that's interesting about your hometown. Okay, there. So you just remember these two, the festival and the beach. Okay, there you go. Next. Okay, so we also have, okay, does it, they don't give us the answer here. Okay, here. These are the next questions. Okay, there. Okay, let's have this one first.
Are there any pleasant places to relax at the weekends?
Okay, there. So are there any pleasant places? Okay, let's focus on that question first. Okay, so here's an example. Okay, let this one.
Okay.
There. So this is like, okay, an answer to that. Okay, please read.
Okay. Oh yes, as Dalat is located in a mountainous area with a pleasant climate, the view there are wonderful. If you climb up the mountains, you can overlook the whole city, enjoying the spectacular scenery. At night, the city is brightly lit by the neon lights. It looks like a crystal city in the rain. The most interesting part here is the beautiful flower gardens and lovely French architecture, where we also have some unspoiled primitive forests where you can experience biodiversity and see a lot of different flowers and plants.
Okay, there you go. So there. So here, okay, it's more on the nature. Okay, and beautiful places. Okay, so for this one, are there any pleasant places to relax at the weekend? So maybe you can think of a place in Bohol that is close to nature. Okay, there, that is close to nature. Okay, so what is that?
Okay. Um, there were lots of beaches and nature's parks that reserves for forests that provides environment for relaxation. Okay, it also offers last hiking trails like for beaches. Teacher is there are lots of picnic areas. We enjoy the beauty and the nature of that beach. The same as like the mountains or like the big
Okay, lots of picnic areas.
Yes.
And for the forest,
Okay, good for the hiking teacher.
okay, hiking. While you hike in the forest, what can you see?
The greenery and the trees teacher, like, you can enjoy the beauty of the nature.
Hey, there you go. It's like a mountain already, right? Because hiking. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. To you will enjoy. It's like an adventure, right? When you go up the mountain. Okay. And sure. Okay, there. Please read.
Definitely, yes. There are beaches and forests in my hometown. For the beaches, there are lots of picnic areas where you can spend time. Also, if you want to go hiking, we also have beautiful mountains to offer. You will not just enjoy the view and the fresh scent of nature, you will also experience an unforgettable adventure.
Okay, there you go. All right, there. So, okay, so if people have, the free time or they don't have anything to do on weekends, so they can definitely go to the beaches in Bohol, okay, and even in the mountainous part, okay, there to be with nature. Okay, there you go. All right, so I can imagine that is really fun. Okay, there. So that is how, okay, you can answer. um Sometimes you can be, you can put color to your answer. Like you can be expressive. Okay, you can be very expressive, like you say fresh scent of nature. Okay, the fresh scent of nature. Okay, so you can imagine that you can smell, right, the fresh, um scent of nature while you are there in the mountain. Okay, there you go. All right, next. Okay, here. So that is how you will answer that one. Okay, now, okay, for this one, please read.
What kind of landscape surrounds your hometown?
Okay, this time it's the
Okay.
landscape. Okay, so imagine, okay, what places or landscape you can see around your hometown. Okay, so here, an example of landscape. Okay, we have pagoda. Pagoda is like a temple in
Mm,
Vietnam. Okay, the
mm.
waterfalls, the lakes, okay, etc. Okay, there. So you can start your answer this way. Okay, there are many well-known tourist attractions. Okay, so how about you? How are you going to answer that one?
Okay. They were well known of okay. Okay. They were well known of tourist attractions. There such as um, hills and mountains, rice fields and farmlands. Okay. Mm, forested areas. Okay. And also there are also coastal areas.
Okay. Farmlands. Okay. Rice fields and farmlands. Okay. What's the first one? Forest, mountains.
Hills and mountains.
Okay. Hills. Okay. And mountains. Okay. And other coastal area, right?
Coastal areas.
Here. It's so beautiful. Rice fields. Okay, let me arrange the punctuations. Fields. Okay. Coastal areas. Okay, there. So that is correct already. Okay, please read.
There were there were well-known tourist attractions in my hometown like the rice fields, farmlands, hills, mountains, and other coastal areas.
Okay, yeah, you were right. That is really the perfect landscape. Okay, in Bohol. Okay, there because that is what Bohol known for. Okay, there you go. The hills, the chocolate hills, very famous. Okay, there you go. So that is how you answer it. It's very simple. Okay, next. Okay, the third one.
What are the main tourist attractions in your hometown?
Okay, main tourist attraction. So I really suggest you say something about the. Okay, is the Chocolate Hills near you? Right, it is considered to be
No. Okay.
far.
Actually, in Ubay Teacher, there is one stock farm there.
Hmm.
It's a government managed facility by. It's a government managed facility that focuses on livestock production.
Wow.
It
Okay, so
is
that's one of the main tourist
the
attraction.
main. Yes.
Okay, there. So you can start your answer this way. If you visited,
If you visited my hometown, I would recommend you to visit one of the famous Ubay stock farm. Go manage a government managed facility that focuses on livestock production and research.
wow. Okay, there you go. Okay, I would recommend you to visit. Is that the name?
Yes, Ubay stock farm teacher.
I Stock Farm.
Stock farm.
Stock, right?
Yes,
Okay, Stock Farm. Okay, it is a government.
government managed facilities.
Okay, there you go. Government managed facility.
Yes, that focuses on livestock production and research.
Okay, that focuses in livestock
Livestock production and
production.
research.
Okay, wow. And research. Okay, there. Yeah, so you can simply say like this. Okay, Ubay Stock Farm. Okay, let me check how it looks like. Ubay.
Okay. If you visited my hometown, I would recommend you to visit Ubay Stock Farm. It is a government managed facility that focuses in livestock production and research.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
Mm. Oh yeah, it's like you are in Switzerland.
Yes.
Oh,
And you know what? This farm is if you are interested in animal animal or dairy farming and agricultural practices, someone can help you in that to train you.
wow, there are a lot of cows. It's so nice. Mm. Oh, there are a lot. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the place. It's like um there are like hills. It's green.
Yes.
Very good for picture taking.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, okay, there. So you can simply answer that way. Okay, next. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, here, let's go back. Okay, here. The fourth question, please read.
Okay. If I visited your city, What would you advise me to go and see?
Okay, there. So with this question, okay, will you still answer the um what is this Ubay Stock Farm,
Hmm?
or will you advise me to go to a different place in Bohol? Okay, there. Yeah. Or you can simply say, okay, still the Ubay Stock Farm. Okay, there, because as you can see, the questions are like related to each other. Now in IELTS test, okay, only one of them will go out. Okay, only one
Okay.
of these. Okay, there. So maybe we can stick with Ubay Stock Farm. Okay, so we can stick to
Hmm.
that, and then you can mention that. Right there. Next. Okay, what's the next question? Is it the same? Okay, here. This is nice. What can visitors do there? Okay, if I visit Ubay Bohol, what can I do there? Okay, so that's how this question asks you. Okay, here. Okay, there. So how will you answer that one? Okay, if I go there, okay, there. What can visitors do there? What is there to see? Okay, so I want you to focus on the activity that a visitor can do in your hometown when they visited.
Okay. Explore the okay. I will focus on the buy stock farm, which they can explore the buy stock farm, teacher.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, there will be a guided tour to learn about how this animal or see different kind of livestock breeds and gain insight into the farming industry.
Okay, there you go. So they can explore, right? Ubay Stock Farm.
Mm.
Okay, to see. Okay, the livestocks and experience. Okay, what can
Yes,
they
the farming
experience?
industry
Okay, and experience. Okay, the farming. Okay,
industry.
industry. Okay, there you go. Inspire to see the livestock and experience the farming industry. Okay, there you go. There are guides, right? Okay.
Hmm.
There will be there will be um do you call them tour guides? Can we call them tour guides?
Yes, teacher, because before you will go there inside, there will be a security to guide you, and then they will introduce they will introduce these different areas. What would be this one? What the areas inside the stock farm.
There you go. It's there. All right, please read.
Visitors can explore Obay's stock farm to see the livestock and experience the farming industry. There will be tour guides who will introduce you the areas inside the farm.
Okay, there you go. All right. So it's the farming activity. Okay, there. So very straight to the point. Okay, next. Okay, here. Okay, this is really important. Okay, so please read.
Does your city have any historical importance? Are there any historic monuments there? Are there
Okay,
any interesting places to see?
yes. Okay, so let's focus only on historical importance. Okay, there. What will you? Okay, all right. So what will you mention? Okay, historical importance. Okay, let me also do research. Okay, so that we have. Okay,
So in that sentence, teacher, we need to research, right?
Yeah, historical importance, okay, of Ubay Bohol. Okay, just to make sure, okay, because it's asked us about Ubay Bohol, okay, here, because it's asking us about historical, okay, historical fact, okay, here. Mm-hmm. Okay, according, okay, historical history of Ubay Bohol. Mm-hmm. Okay, here. The town celebrates its fiesta. Okay,
Mm.
there. Okay, there. Um, is there any historical place in Ubay Bohol?
Actually, teacher, what is that? We have an old church,
Okay.
Obay Church, but not like before. This one is already new or renovated due to the typhoon that
Mm,
was vanished by this typhoon, strong typhoon hit on that area. So actually, it's not an history before because it already replaced to a new one, renovated. So
mm,
the old church is mostly of the church. You can see the different, the. But anyway, teacher, I will not focus on that because the
that is the
I will not
Ubay
focus on.
Church.
Yes, but it's already renovated, teacher. So if you will see the place, it will be totally different. Unlike the previous one, there are lots of monument that has been built on that area, but it was due to the strong typhoon,
Mm-hmm.
it already destroyed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
So
there. Yeah, is that the
and
only?
ac-
This
um
is really good. I believe in Bohol there are a lot of old churches, right? I've watched that
old
in, yeah.
old churches is near to the far from Ubay. It would be in Baclayon, and
Mm,
near to the main city, which is the Tagbilaran city. But yes, there were lots of old churches also.
I remember the earthquake. Yeah,
Yes.
last year I saw the how the churches were destroyed there in Bohol. It was really, shocking. Okay, there you go.
So I can say that one in my IELTS teacher. I know the old churches. That would be my sample for the historical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It can. Yeah. Okay. So
It
it
will be
can.
visited by most of the tourists because of the the all this
How many old churches supposed to be there are? Many? Not only one.
not only one, but mostly not part in our not near to the Obay, not near to the Obay place or town. It would be near to the city. If you will see our place to the main city is quite opposite.
Mm,
So the main city is Tabilaran. So if you will see the map, it will be totally opposite to the main city.
mm. Okay, there. Okay. How can we start this? You can find in my hometown.
Anyway, teacher, the interviewer doesn't know about Ubay, so I can relate or I can say the old churches or the Ubay church, or I can describe that one during in case this
Yeah.
question will be come up on my IELTS.
Yeah. You can mention that anyway. They do not know what happened to the church,
Yes.
right?
They don't know, of course. They will not research.
Mhm, yeah. Okay.
I can
Uh,
make more descriptive words when I say to them.
yeah. Okay. You can find in my hometown one of the oldest church.
Yes, one of the oldest church built in somewhere, I don't know, 1800s.
Yeah. Yeah, 1800s. It's actually
Yeah,
1840.
yeah, 1800s.
1800s.
So I can make that one descriptive words during my, in case if this historical and I don't know the question, so I can create on my own, no problem.
Yeah, you can. All right. Okay, so you can say that way. You can find in my hometown one of the oldest church built in 1800s. And then, okay, there, 1800s. It's during the Spanish time, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then what you can see inside, so you can add there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you start with that sentence and then you continue by describing to me what you can see inside.
Okay. So basically, teacher, these old churches, how the caricature, how would I know, how would I do this one in vocabulary? When you like, if you will visit Santo Niño in Cebu, when you will come in, you will, the caricature or the how they, the picture teacher, or how they form, or I don't know how they, what would be my, what would be my vocabulary on
You
that.
mean the, what is this?
How this patron will be uh, built inside the altar.
Mhm. It was the same.
No, it's different teacher. Like
Oh, it's different. Mm-hmm. Um, what's the word again? The yeah, because it's
the
physically right.
architecture teacher. The architecture is unusual. It showcases the architecture. The that architecture is showcases the how to say that? Different architecture teacher. You cannot unusual architecture.
Okay, the architecture is unusual. Okay, yeah. Okay, the architecture is unusual. Okay, there. So the architecture is unusual. Okay, so meaning it is not the same as the other. Um, what's ribulto in English?
Which one teacher?
Okay, it's
Rebulto.
statue.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
you mean the
rebulto
statue.
statue.
Okay.
Because
So
if you will go to Rome, if you will go somewhere like Rome, Italy, the architecture is quite different also. Usually, um, it's what I mean unusual is um, it would be if you will if you will be in the modern times now,
mhm.
most of the painter or paint they cannot copy the same what
Mm,
has been built before.
okay, there. So yeah, I understand because the designs and the architecture of before, okay, is very unique. Okay, it's
Yeah,
very
very unique.
okay there. And to the point that our okay, at present time nobody can really copy the
Mm.
same as what the statues look like before. Okay, there you go. All right.
Especially
So
the
there's
materials that it has been used.
Yeah, yeah, maybe the materials that they used. Okay, there. Yeah, you were right. Because the materials before are really good, unlike now. So I
Mm.
don't know what kind of material they used. Okay, there. So you can, okay, for historical importance, you can consider, okay, the churches in your hometown. I think that is really okay the historical importance of Bohol as a whole. Okay, it's the
Mm.
churches. Okay, there. So you can definitely consider that one. Okay, next, this one.
Okay. What kind of job do people in your hometown?
Okay, the
So,
job. Okay, here's an example. Please read.
well, like people in other cities, people in my hometown do a variety of jobs. Most of them work as workers or professionals. Some are involved in managerial and professional work, and others are craftsmen or general laborers.
Okay, there you go. All right, for
So,
your hometown.
so well, like people in our town in Dubai, as most of them are involved in agriculture and farming, fishing and fishing, and also small business like retail.
Retail.
Yes, as well i- as since Bohol is one of the tourist spots, so most of them are
Small businesses, and then
small businesses. And you know what, did you like tourists and hospitality, because there are, more lots of beaches in Bohol. So most people are I mo- many most of the people are involved in, providing tour guide services.
mm, I understand. Okay, all businesses and other common services. Okay, common services in the tourist um tourist places. Okay, like beaches and other. Okay, in the places. When you say in places where there are lots of people, right? Okay, let's
Hmm.
say public places. Okay, like beaches and other tourist spots. Okay, um, locals. Okay, locals will work as tour guides. Um, do they sell souvenirs? You know,
Yes.
okay, seller, okay, of souvenirs. Yeah, because I believe okay places like this they will make souvenirs out of you know what they get from beach like what is the shells and they will sell it. The seller of souvenirs and a lot more. Okay, there you go. It's really nice. Okay, please read.
Okay. People in Dubai are engaged in farming, fishing, small businesses, and other common services in the public places like beaches and other tourist spots. Local will work as tour guides, sealer of souvenirs, and a lot more.
Okay, there you go. So you became very specific. Okay. You became very specific with that, okay, word we've mentioned about other common services. Okay, so it includes working as tour guide, selling souvenirs, and a lot more. Okay, there. So that is a specific example. Okay, there you go. That is how you can answer. Okay. Next. Okay, here. This time, let's talk about the people. Okay, please read.
Can you describe the people in your hometown?
Okay, here's
Okay.
an example.
Okay, it's a bit hard to say. People there are generally very friendly and helpful. If you were to visit who, you'd soon notice its severe weather with boiling hot days in the summer and raining weeks in the winter. But I think who people do not often complain or cry over things. Instead, they keep troubles for themselves and find a way to get over it on their own. In my opinion, that's something to do with the weather there. Other than that, there's not much difference between us and those in other regions.
Okay, there you go. Weather. All right. So, who here? This is what you call the people in that place. Okay, for Ubay Bohol, you call the people there
Ubayanos.
Ubayanos.
Yes.
Okay, there. So you can mention that one. Okay, there. All right. So with that question, can you describe the people in your hometown? Okay. So aside from their behaviors, personality, okay, I want you to tell me, okay, their strength. Okay, as the people of Ubay, Bohol. Okay, there. So I want you to focus on that one. Okay, so how will you start your answer?
Okay. People there are, can I follow the format right? Okay.
Yes.
People there are very industrious and because of and engage in various types of activities or occupation. Since they're industrious, so I will relate with the
Hardworking?
occupation. Yes, hardworking,
Okay.
industrious, and hardworking.
Okay. So people there are very industrious and hardworking. Okay. And then
Hardworking,
what makes them industrious and hardworking?
as they are engaged in agriculture and farming.
Okay, since they are
Since they are engaged in,
industry and farming.
yes. So many residents are involved in farming activities. They cultivate crops such as coconut,
Okay.
as well as livestock farming.
Livestock farming. Okay. And then what else can you say about the Ubayanos, right?
Yes,
Okay. Ubayanos. Okay. The Ubayanos, you say are hospitable, right?
yes.
To visitors. Okay. And are very welcoming there. All right. So what else do you want to add about the
And
people?
also, many residents also rely on fishing
Mm,
as their primary source of livelihood.
source of livelihood. Okay, there. Um, since before, are there calamities in Bohol since before?
Yes,
Okay, like
there are
what?
lots of calamities. You know, calamities like storm,
Okay, the storm. Yeah, the typhoon, right?
typhoon,
Mm-hmm.
because you are in, adjacent or in front of Leyte.
Mm,
So
yeah,
typhoon will pass. Sometimes it will pass in our area.
there you go. Okay. So let's put a little, color to that answer. Okay, let me type this way. Okay, go. Is okay. Be proud to be an Ayanos because we are known to be. There is the word resilient. Okay, resilient people. No
Resilient.
matter.
Okay, so
Okay, even Filipinos, we are generally resilient. So no matter what happens to us, still we stand up by the next day. Okay. Matter what storms we know, we can survive and survive and start over again. Okay, there. So I want you to take note of the word resilient. Okay, please read.
okay. People there are very industrious and hardworking. Since they are engaged in industry and farming, many residents are exposed to farming activities like growing crops and livestock farming. They also rely on fishing as their source of livelihood. Wherever I will go, I will always be proud to be an Obayanas because we are known to be as resilient people. No matter what storms may come, still we can survive and start all over again.
Okay, there you go. So there's the impact at the last of your answer. Okay, the word resilient. Okay, I think that if the candidate is Filipino, I think that is really what we are known for wherever we will go. We are known to be resilient people. Okay, because we are, it's really hard to live here in the Philippines with all the calamities, with all the problems that we encounter, but still Filipinos can smile after that. Okay, there. So we really need to remember that. Okay, and that word resilient, that reflects among all Filipinos in this country. Okay, there. So that is because the evaluator is a foreigner. Okay, but even they are foreigner, once they know that you're Filipino, so they will really think of the word resilient. Okay, there you go. All right, next. Okay, here. Okay, there. So this just the same. Okay. What are the people like? Okay, in your region. Okay, so you can think of a lot of adjectives that you can use. Okay, here are examples of other adjectives we can use to describe the people. Okay, so please read.
Okay, yeah, yes. I like to. People they are very generous, hospitable, hardworking, open-minded, warm-hearted, down to earth, practical, poverty-stricken, etc.
Okay, there. Warm-hearted is also, I think, perfect for by Bohol, right? People there are warm-hearted. Okay, even the entire Bohol, okay, it's warm-hearted. Okay, so those are the adjectives that you can use. Okay, next. Okay, you didn't go home to Philippines for quite some time. Okay, but
Yes,
I want you
since
to. How many years now?
Since we left Philippines since 2012.
Mm,
So from
2012.
2012, yeah, 2012. So actually, I don't know really what would be the picture now in our place, but I do believe that
Yeah, so you
it's growing
can
economy and it has a lots of change.
mm, okay, so you can
There are lots of
imagine.
significant changes and development.
Mm, okay, yeah. So you can definitely, create. Okay, use your imagination. Okay, there. Okay, so or maybe you can be honest, like you can say, it has been a long time since I went home to my hometown. For example, the last time I saw my hometown was when I went home to the Philippines last 2012, for example, and then you will say, but I have a constant communication with my family there, and they're sending me pictures. Okay, of my hometown. So you can do like that because maybe you were able to mention to the examiner at the beginning of the test that you've been there in Qatar for many years now. Okay, maybe the situation will be like that. At least you're still honest, right? So you can simply say that you have pictures. Your family here in Bohol are sending you pictures of your hometown, and then you can describe. Okay. General description. Okay, there. So, what specific part, okay, what specific aspect you want to focus in answering this question? Is it the industry, the economy?
The roads and infrastructure,
Okay, the roads and infrastructure. Mm-hmm.
um, I tourist development also.
Okay. Economic and tourist development.
Tourist.
Okay,
Okay.
there. So you will mention that okay, there are new infrastructures built in your hometown. Okay, like roads, okay, bridges. Okay, maybe bridges. Okay, there. And then what else? The tourist. Okay, you've mentioned about tourist development. What specific
Mm.
development in the tourism that implemented in your hometown?
Like improve tourist facilities and what else? Um, Attracting more visitors to the area, teacher.
Okay,
Also
there you
more
go.
accommodation now compared before.
Wow, yeah. So
Lots
you can
of
see that. Okay, what else?
uh, what?
Okay, tourist accommodations. Mhm.
Accommodations,
Okay, there. So
tourist
those
facilities,
tourist facilities. Okay, so tourist attractions, tourist facilities. Okay, the infrastructures, roads and infrastructures. How about buildings?
buildings. Yes, there will be a high-rise building also has
Mm,
been built now compared before.
okay, there. There were high-rise buildings built. Okay. The past few years. Okay, there. Maybe up to until now, right? Okay. There you go. And then you can say, and because of that, okay, the people's lives there have been greatly improved. Okay, so you can end with this one. Okay, there.
Super.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
you can say people's living standards have been greatly improved. Okay, because that is the result. Okay, so if the economic and tourism aspect will develop, will change, okay, so definitely it will affect the life of the people there in a positive way too. Okay, there you go. So you can, okay, you need to remember that one. Okay, there. Okay, there. So here's another example. Okay, all right, here. Okay, this is an example. Okay, please read.
Since the reform and the open door policy, great profound changes have taken place in my hometown. The most obvious ones are the roads are getting wider and better, and buildings are getting higher and higher. Meanwhile, more and more automobiles are running on the expressways now, and people's living standard have been greatly improved.
Okay, there you go. So, as you can see, in answering this question, you can focus on the economic as a whole, okay, the infrastructure, the tourism, okay, the transportation, okay, the transportation as well. Okay, there. So, those are, okay, the things that you can consider in answering this question. Okay, there you go. Next, okay, here, okay, we have next question after that. Okay. So, what changes have taken place in your hometown? So, it's very similar. Okay, there. Okay, so you can, okay, also consider this one. Other changes. Okay, please read.
Okay. People in my hometown are quite open minded and ready to accept new things. This once this once closed village in a remote area is beginning to open up to to the outside world. They are learning about computer skills, English and driving skills, which were brand new to them not long ago. But now they want to keep up with the times.
Okay, there you go. So, you can um, consider also maybe the number of tourists, okay, that your province welcome. Maybe there's an increase. Okay, maybe the literacy, okay, on the part of the people, okay, are more and more people there, especially schools. Do they focus on improving the students' computer skills, English skills, okay, and other skills to be able to jive with the modern times, okay, there. So you can
And also
focus.
teacher the technology now. And before we don't have cell phones, or like our communication is just like the walkie-talkie. But now they have mobile phones, even elementary children.
Wow.
So the advancement of technology also teacher has been impacted to the people in that area.
Okay, you were right. Okay, the modern technology impacted the lives, okay, or had made a great impact. Okay, there. You were right. Okay. The modern, okay, technology, okay, had greatly, okay, okay, impact, okay, the lives of the people in my hometown. Okay, there. Yeah, it could be. Okay, the modern technology, the internet. Okay.
Yes.
In the entire Ubay Bohol, there's already internet, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, yeah. So you can also say, um, my,
I probably the remote one, so the connection is not quite, higher as you would expect. So probably in the remote area is quite, especially from the, mountainside. So the coverage of the connection cannot be, reachable in that area.
okay, there you go. Um, or you can, we can arrange our sentence into this. The internet connection has reached more areas, okay, in my province. Okay, there. So you can say like that. Okay, and maybe we should not focus on the negative, just the positive. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, the internet connection has reached more areas in my province. Okay, more areas, but not all. Okay, only more areas. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So you can also mention the modern technology and the internet connection. Okay, when you'll be asked with the same question. Okay, in the coming months. Okay, there you go. All right. So this is the part one of the topic hometown. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, for next Saturday, okay, I'll give you much time to think about this question. What are the advantages and disadvantages of your hometown? Okay, here's an
Okay.
example. Okay, please read.
Okay. It has the advantages of being a special economic zone with modern transportation and communication, mild climate, and favorable economic environment. But it is seriously polluted. Some people suffer a lot, especially those with asthma or bronchitis.
Okay, there you go. Very simple answer, but okay, the the answer that we are expecting is already there, the advantage and the disadvantage. So as you can see with this one, no need to really say the word disadvantage. Okay, even the word advantage is okay already. Okay, an indication that you are now mentioning the disadvantage is the use of but. Okay, or you can also
Mm.
say however. Okay, there. So any of
However,
these two, okay, it's an indication that you are about to say the opposite. Okay, there.
okay.
Okay, there. So as you can see here, on the first part of this answer, they were able to say, okay, the advantage, okay, and usually the disadvantage, okay, in a place or hometown, it's always the pollution. Okay, there it's always the pollution number one. Okay, second is maybe the traffic. Okay, um, for my place, it's the security. Okay, it's the
Mm.
security. That is really the disadvantage in my city, the security, because there are sometimes rebels will put bombs. Okay, there. So that's one of the reasons too. So it really depends where you are in the Philippines. Okay, there. So I want you to think for the advantage and disadvantage of Ubay Bohol. I will ask you that one next meeting. Okay,
Okay,
there you
teacher.
go. Yeah, so just be familiar on how we answer and the aspect that we focused, okay, in each question. All right, there you go, Mildred. Thank you so much for attending the class
Thank you, teacher.
tonight. Okay,
Thank
see
you so
you.
much. See you. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Have a nice
Have a nice.
evening.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.